Greg. Mike. Two Bandits Watching Bluey.
This episode is called Dunny.
What up, party people, and welcome.
There he is.
To episode 100 of Two Bandits Watching Bluey.
Oh, man.
I'm your good pal, Greg Painter.
I do see him right here. He seems super excited to be here. Now, I am excited to be here because it's episode 100, Greg.
And with me, the Centennial Man.
I don't know.
And his name is...
I do go by Mike Martin. Centennial? Is that like the...
That's 100.
Is it like the $1 Million Man with the...
Something like that. We've recorded like 126, 27 songs. This is the 100th time we're talking about an episode of Bluey.
An actual episode.
And
no mini episode. No watch-alongs.
No bracket.
No brackets. Episode 100.
100.
See, look at us.
What emotional roller coaster of an episode are we going to be on? What deep,
Oh, no!
introspective episode is it?
Don't you put this in the toilet on me, man.
We're talking Dunny.
Don't do that to me, dude. Come on.
We're talking Dunny. I love the heck out of this episode.
I'm so glad that we're not
So
going to argue.
hard.
I
have so many words and so many things.
I was so scared you were going to hate the crap out of this episode, and that's where you're going to be like, no
way,
this
no
episode
how.
Thank God. I want to be the person that pushes against you on this, but this is my absolute opposite of Blue Mountains. Like, this is my feels.
We're getting. We can't. It's episode 100. We can't fall out of our formula. We can't start talking about this episode until we see what our good friends at Wiki Bluey have to say.
Somebody make a sound clip. Hey, Greg, what's a dunny?
Mom bans the girls from saying the word dunny because it's not a word the queen would use, but the kids try and trick her into saying it anyway.
Try to what her?
Trick her.
Oh, you had like a little je ne sais quoi on there.
Trick or treater
Trick her.
into saying it anyway.
I love it. Love it. I was so scared you were going to say, this episode's really boring to me. And it makes me so happy that you said, nah, Mike, I'm here to play today.
We talk about, this is the fun game that we play at the house from blank episode. This is the thing we do based on this. This episode, I could go on and on about the cute, goofy little things we do in our family because of this episode.
It almost parts the kimono or like gets rid of the smoke and mirrors of the Healer family, I think. Because this episode, and if I recall correctly, not to toot our own Two Bandits horn, put us in the show, but Brumm did say, Joe Brumm, creator of the show, did say this was one of his favorite episodes to
Very
create.
true.
So, personally, I'm kind of very much on board, and also, I feel like this episode is, like, it hits such true adult parent vibes of this is what it's like on a Sunday morning. It hits a certain chord.
It's so nice. And this episode is, what do they call it? An elevator episode?
Yeah.
It doesn't leave the darn bed. We are in, I hope they've got like a California Queen or a California King or something like that. Because 4 in the bed, that's time. I really hope that wasn't we woke up at 1 a.m. and crawled into the bed. I hope it's more of we woke up for the morning, parents were sleeping a little bit in because it was a Sunday, and it's just been like 15 minutes we're all just been hanging out here, not necessarily an up all night thing.
We're also very hopeful for children that sleep the entire night in their bed. Thumbs up, good job, because you're a good kid and you did the right thing.
Yeah,
it's
a big victory point for a parent. This is a very much a Sunday morning. It's like we slept in. It's just we don't have anything to do, nice and relax. Yeah. We're like adults are awake in the bed, and then we just like hear like little Livy footsteps usually come in first. Doesn't say a word, just climbs into bed, and then a few minutes later, little Emily footsteps, and we just hang out, talk about our day, relax, and just slowly wake up.
Did that ever scare you as a parent the first time you heard the pitter-patter going on when you weren't around in an area where you're like, oh, just checking on you, you're good. Like, you're coming up from the basement and you hear pitter-patter upstairs, you're like,
this is the strangest thing, which, after having a second kid and having her be completely the opposite.
Sure.
Emily, until she was like 3-4, would not leave her bed in the middle of the night. if she woke up, if she was scared, if she was upset. It's like, Mom, Dad. What? She would just call to us. I would go in, I'd crawl under her bed, I'd sleep there. She would not sleep in our bed. We would go to her. She would not get out of bed. And I think the only thing that made her start is when Livy existed, she gives no care. She'll do what Livy does, what Livy wants, when Livy wants to do it.
I'm about to say, what nighttime formula are you handing off to that kind of glorious ability? Because that is difficult and tricky and fantastic. So kudos. Absolute kudos. Episode-wise, let's talk about Bluey.
Let's talk about Bluey.
Right out of the gate, the leaves falling into the area just speaks to how the episode's going to go. Right in the beginning, it's just the windows are open, the doors are open because they have a balcony right in their bedroom because it's Bluey. Gorgeous. Just this is how the day's
it's like their
go.
Outer Banks house, but they live there all the time.
Yeah,
gotta love it.
Not
hey,
fair.
Mike.
Yeah.
What vegetable starts with the letter B?
Brussels sprouts.
No.
Yeah.
Broccoli. Beetroot. Beans.
You ever eat a beetroot?
Boogerbeans.
Quality.
I couldn't even tell you what a beetroot is. Hey, Mike, what's a beetroot?
It's something Chili said. It's exactly what it is.
But it's none of those things. What is it, Mike?
The he is fantastic from Bingo in that moment, but it's also not a bingo. It's a potato.
Potatoes.
Crushed it.
I just love everybody saying, "Oh, Bingo."
And what made me happy about it is she's proud of it. She's like, it's a potato, and it was not a Trifficult situation like she had with Favorite Thing, where she said the word incorrectly. She just basically said, I thought it was a potato, and she laughed it off. She didn't take offense to it. It didn't ruin her day.
She got flipped upside down and got her booty smacked.
Just
playful morning hangouts.
And she got a little bum bongos going on there with it. And
that's always fun when the littlies just mispronounce something by like a letter, right, and just make it adorable.
And it wasn't Trifficult.
It wasn't Trifficult. I'm trying to think. There was like a very recent like awakening we had in Olivia. Like, that's not the word you thought it was, and the story would be much better if I could remember what that word was. But those like that thing's really that's.
But she doesn't get mad about it. She understands it. Did you find it?
I did.
Yeah, bud. Go ahead.
I remembered what
EP
it was.
is what we call those edit points.
I remember what it was. She used to call. I'm not sure if you have to decide, Mr. Editor, if this is too.
I'm just keeping the entire thing in drinking the organic.
Popcorn, cop porn.
Never mind. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
So that was probably one of the better whoops doodles of words that she's done. But just when the littles have their little moments.
That's why we're recording now.
It's just a beautiful thing.
Dude, that's perfect.
It's just a beautiful thing.
Way to get that big girl bark and call the things you call them. And you know what? It's better that it's called something than not something, and you just hold it in and just be like, I would call it this weird thing. Get it. That's fantastic.
I've got some nerves, though. Okay. I've got some nervousness of this family right now.
Because someone's going to whiz in the bed?
Dude! So first off, we're like bongoing. It's like, I have to pee, or I have to use the bathroom. We don't know.
Wiggling.
We don't know. Bingo goes to get out, and then Bandit just whacks her
Bro,
with a pillow, and like, me first.
I had to watch once or twice because I was like, where did Bandit get the pillow? He uses his main head pillow that he sleeps on and gets up and says, nope! Thwomp.
That is danger. Well, first off,
before they even ask, are you busting?
Yeah.
Like,
before Bandit's not asking anything. He's just gone.
Gotta go. You know they have like 14 bathrooms in this
Chili
house,
was
right?
gonna like help out if there was a busting situation, but if Bingo was busting, I feel like if I had to really go to the bathroom and somebody hit me hard, it could be danger zone.
Saving it
let
for the
alone a
vacation
little
that we go on
3-4-year-old.
That's what I'll save it for.
Again, we've got like 13 bathrooms. Again,
Don't care.
The other house isn't Outer Banks house.
I'm gonna hit you with so many pillows on that trip. Be like, gotta go to the bathroom. Thwap. It's so amazing.
Luckily, not busting though. Thank goodness.
That's cool too, because Bingo's playing to a point of like there should be a sense of urgency, but she also is like, well, no, I don't really need to go. I'm just kind of playing the point. I am being a little kid. She's recognizing the fact like I'm being a littly. I gotta go potty. Like it's an escape mechanism.
Like the calmest way that she said, "Nah, I'm good.
I'm good." I love it. Oh, it's so Bingo is so mature. might change something here. I might have to.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Well,
Yep, that's
we'll
okay.
keep going. You can figure out if you change or not. Can we play 3 in the bed? And the little one said, well, Dad's in the Dunny. Hey, Mike.
Uh-huh.
Before this show, did you know the word Dunny?
No.
Okay,
No.
thank you. Neither did I. That's a new one to me.
To any Australian listener, we appreciate you for listening. Thank you so much. I would say our version of Dunny, although it turns into it's almost derogatory for the toilet, so I can't think of a good way to say it. And I gotta go potty is my go-to. I mean, I don't say, hey, gonna go take a whiz, or like what's the, because it seems derogatory in some fashion in this episode, doesn't it? Because Chili's like, we don't say that, so it's like, gotta go to the can.
Probably something like along the lines of that, yeah. We say it now. It is the preferred name
you do
for a
say
toilet
Dunny?
now.
Oh, we don't.
In our household. It's either Dunny or Dunneep at this
Wow.
point. Just
Wow.
because Bluey has infiltrated our lives that hard.
We do get brekkie and let's tuck in very heavily here, but we do
Grab our sunnies before we go outside for a long outdoor walk in the summer.
No Dunny though, so my bad.
You guys are so classy. The Queen would be proud.
The Queen would be... Ooh,
Who's
that's
not proud?
quite
Mum. Mum's not feeling Dunny.
interesting though.
This doesn't feel very Mum. Mum's very go with the flow and let's be cool and it's all good, dude.
Sticky Gecko, she likes to stick to certain things. There are some things that Mum does stick to. And it seems like there must have been something that Maynard said and just said it too often that just grossed her out or something. But
Oh, I'm
she
sure
does...
it's Bandit. Just what that
Oh,
what happens a minute from
Boo-hiz.
now. I'm sure he did something to make it seem gross. I just like is
I
it a
totally
really
rocked the Dunny lesson. Like,
Bluey
don't blow up the Dunny dogs.
Bluey can't put this together though. Bluey's
Not yet.
struggling with this. Is it a rude word?
So
Which I think is Bluey's way of saying is it a swear word?
basically,
Because that's a lot of because we do. I'm
they
curious.
dance around it.
I'm curious. Off the top of my dome, question for you.
Go for it.
Do
yeah.
you have an air quote Dunny in your household? Not a word that's necessarily a swear word, but we don't like to say that word in this house. It's not really. We don't like to throw that word around.
I think we what we do is we do push away from anything that does seem to have hurtful intent, I guess. Like we've heard him say, like, I mean, this is full parent mode, so don't mind me, but something happens and you hear him say, "Shut up!" We're like, "Whoa, that's not really the way that we want to position that." Could we try to be quiet, or I would like to speak now, or something? And we've heard a shut up, but to say something like Dunny though.
I think our closest thing
Go
is
for it.
hate. We do not like
That's
them
good.
say like, well, let's not say hate. That's not a kind word. It's too intense.
And
You
there's
cannot
room for
like
explanation.
Things, but hating things,
like,
that's very extreme.
I dislike that because why? So that's a good way to put it. I like that. Yes. Hateful speech is no fun. No bueno.
no
Absolutely.
good. No good. I like Bingo though. She's right on the other side. Would the Queen say it? No, not at all. Then I won't either. How proper of little Miss Bingo. She is like all on her laurels today.
She's
living
super proud of that.
high and fancy. If the Queen doesn't do it, I won't do it.
So, and I'll throw it right in the middle of the episode here, but there's something about this episode that, and I think we both relate to it. We've talked about it with the Lilies running in the bed and appreciating just being there, but it's just, this is a perfect segment and moment of their life that isn't keep you uppy. It's not the beach. Every Sunday we have a rule, quote unquote, it's a air quote rule, that we don't go downstairs until noon on Sundays. We read the paper, we hang out in bed, we're upstairs, because today, at least for the first 10 a.m., I trust that and I believe it, and it's something that we're probably going to start embracing more because he's getting older and be like, he gets bored and goes downstairs. But it's just that sitting in the California King and just in the view, like the view cam is just overhead for 80% of the episode.
God bless you guys, because when I say we do this, that's usually till like 7:38 in the morning if we're lucky.
Well, you can make brekkie, you can, like, things can happen, but you can also bring, cutting boards and plates upstairs and eat brekkie upstairs, and I'm embracing it as long as I can. That's all I'm saying.
I do enjoy another little bit of this one too.
Yes.
Like you said, it's hard to parent your kids once they realize how other kids are parented too. Because Chloe's parents let her say it.
That's
Why can't we? But Chloe can say it. And I was like, fine for Chloe, but Chloe's not my kid.
not our vibe.
That's very much a thing that I like. And it's like, oh, that kid just did that. It's like, not my kid.
Yeah.
She was my kid. She wouldn't be doing that.
Right. Or at least I would explain to her why it's not Don't do it that way. Don't do it that way. When Bandit does go to the bathroom, I think it's a hilarious little point to pick out there. You do hear him flush the toilet. Like you can hear him like after he thwops her and he goes to the restroom. You do hear that he goes to potty and it flushes. So he's still doing Bandit things. It's fantastic.
Well, and he comes right back out right after we say this family. We don't say Dunny. Bandit right out. Dunny's free.
That's right.
Kids love it. Kids laugh hysterically. Now I wonder if that's
good job, Big Daddy.
If that's just so built into him, or if the walls are thin and he heard and he's like, I'm gonna have some fun now.
I wonder if it's a mixture because Chili doesn't like the phrase as much and Bandit loves the phrase. I wonder if it is a Bandit heavy phrase and Chili's just like, God, that was a healer thing always. Nana used to say it all the time. Like it's just their thing. It sucks. Get that out of our vernacular.
And he's very much like, what's wrong with Dunny?
Right.
And Bingo, not a word the Queen would use.
See?
But Boogerbeans is fine. That's where it's very interesting. Things that are deemed okay, not okay.
Right. I mean, is there a Boogerbeans in your house? What do you get away with saying in your house then? What
oh my goodness, everything.
like Carrie has this cute thing. My wife, she said she calls him Booger Butt at night when he's getting a little too, just a little too cheeky, not naughty. Which is also something I've noticed that is interesting that they say they're being cheeky. They don't like the word naughty. I don't know if it's an Australian thing or because I'll just be like, you're being it's just on me. I just say you're being a butt, dude. Like
we throw like you're being a butt, you're being a
cheeky's
goofball.
good though.
I actually threw out. This one shocked me. I was the other day. Emily was doing something. I can't remember. I think we were putting up Halloween decorations.
Sure.
And I was like, "Hey, watch out for that string on the inflatable." And she's like, "Okay." And then 1 second later, walked by and just boinked the string. She didn't fall, but she like knocked down the thing. And I was like, "I just told you knucklehead."
Hey.
And then 30 seconds later, she's like, "Hey, Dad, can you please never call me that again?" It's like, oh, okay. So somewhere for her, that became not because I was like, say, little butthead, you little goofball, knucklehead.
No.
That is Emily's Dunny. We don't say that.
Word. Look at they have their feelings and their opinions. That's fantastic. I think bringing it back to the mindset of did they come into the bed in the middle of the night or was it the beginning of the day? I think it's a no because both pillows are on Chili and Bandit's side, outside of thwopping Bingo when she had to go potty. There's no pillows in the middle ground, so there wasn't like hey, get comfortable. It's okay, you can sleep here tonight. No, it's Sunday morning, and you strolled in. So hopefully they had just a good, relaxing night with nobody kicking them or punching them or sleepy timing, jumping on Jupiter.
Little random one-liner that I enjoy. If we can't say it, you can't, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, which was capitalized in the captions. The word Big Daddy.
There's so many just random things. Bluey love big fella, big blue guy, Big Daddy.
He's working on it. They cut out things in exercise for certain reasons. Let the bandit be. Let him be. Also, what's a way that we can get Mom to say the word Dunny? I was trying to think of a funny way to get you to say the word Dunny being like rhyming and all that kind of stuff, and it was not as fun of a game as I wanted it to be, but I just wanted to put it in there. Let's play telephone? Basically?
I've got so many things before.
Go for it.
We have telephone, but you're skipping over some gold, my friend.
What am I missing?
We've got Bandit still not realizing poor Bingo gotta pee, tripping around the way of the toilet, holding her legs, our child walking for the first time,
reading his surfing comment or his surfing magazine.
And I do it like too when he finally, I don't want to say gives up, but is just annoyed by the Dunny conversation. Whatevs. Like, who are you there reading your surfer magazine saying whatevs?
Living that good bandit life. Come on, man.
But Bluey's so confused. Bluey, what if I say Dunneep?
That's a good question.
Is that okay? Nobody's going to understand you. Hubba jibba jibba
Oh, gosh.
Ooba jibba doo. Never thought of that way.
I felt
this changes everything.
I feel like this is such a you experience. That's something I didn't experience, and that's maybe why I haven't commented on it or thought about it or even made a note on it, is because I feel like you have such intelligent, inquisitive young daughters. It feels like Greg is hanging out with his family right here. It really did.
This feels very... Emily's a questioner. Question everything.
I
can't just say this is... But why? But why?
Watch me talk to my dad in a different language.
What happens if I say Dunny? Oh, you get squish squashed.
Oh, that's right. The squish squash.
We Squish Squash.
You squish squash?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They don't even do anything wrong. Just do it. It's like, uh-oh. Squish Squash. Love Squish Squash.
Oh, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you today. Want to play telephone?
No. Because it's not there yet.
Dunny.
Because how are we going to get Mom to say it? Oh, man.
That's right. Oh, my
Little
gosh.
Bingo, who, goodness gracious, I hope she washed her hands after the toilet, after she sticks her hand in Mom's mouth.
No chance.
Yeah, that's
No
right.
chance.
That's where I go to immediately. Right the second it's like, oh, please wash your hands, Bingo.
No chance. Nope.
Bingo's a good girl. She never did it.
Poor Greg right now.
Ugh.
She said it. She said Dunny.
It wasn't me.
No.
If she says it, they get chocolate. Oh.
That's right.
So we got to find a way. Now, what are we going to do, Mike? We got there.
Ring, 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 ring. Telephone. Do, 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 do.
So I'm going to say something to you, and I need you to repeat it back to me verbatim. I like pink biscuits for my morning tea, especially if I'm riding a horse in the moon, because I like the moon in the morning. And go.
Bro, she played the longest game of telephone. Like when as she was saying it, I'm sitting there reading the captions. I was thinking, no, just.
Isn't that kind of the point of telephone, though, to make it
But
hard to...
So right now, verbatim, if I were to repeat it, because I watched the episode a couple times, and you just read it to me, the pink unicorn
There wasn't a word unicorn once!
came out to get biscuits because it likes the moon in the sunlight.
You kind of mixed what Bluey said and what Mom answered with, I like the moon biscuits because the moon and the morning tea? It was
Right?
Mom's version.
Got it?
So you were just as close as Mom.
So you're trying to get her to say Dunny?
To the point where Bluey couldn't even remember what she said.
Keep it simple. He jabs her. I love there's something about this episode that's so playful, straightforward, and just this is a photo of their family, of who they are. And he jabs her, just like, keep it simple. Like, he tweaks her, like, right under the, just a rib cage
Lazy
poke.
Sunday, hanging out.
Keep it simple. Come on.
So now it's Bingo's turn.
And they go under the covers, and you see Bandit go, ugh. Chili is just in her space. That's her spot. She's happy. She's there. And Bandit's he's being Bandit. He's taking the hits.
I ran to feed the bunny?
Makes sense. Yeah, it's fine.
So sad you feed my tummy?
That's a good one, too.
Love this moment here. No, she said, I need to use the... And the second she says Dunny, the parents' eyes just look at each other like, we got him. And then Squish Squash. It was like just a perfect recognize the moment. The parents are playing with each other, having fun with the kid. Just cute and goofy, and I love it.
They're not sleeping in. They're awake in this moment. It's fantastic. I don't blame Brumm at all. This is too good. Too good.
Now, is this a closed caption thing or just a weird thing that Bluey said? I wish I could say Dunny because it sounds like money.
Oh.
Is that what did you think she said? Money or funny? Because the closed captions say money, but it sounded like funny to me.
I don't know. Is it like a line lesson situation where
Yeah,
you
maybe.
can't truly tell?
I would think funny makes more sense because why does Bluey care so much about money?
Bluey is going to be an entrepreneur. You know that. She's going to take over the world. But I think right now funny makes the most sense. I do. No money. Oh,
I don't love this next line.
Love your thought right now.
I don't love this next line.
Okay.
I don't want us to use that word so people think we're a nice family. I don't know. Is
Dunny white trash?
Put on a play so people think that we're good.
Is Dunny white trash?
Is
that really is that saying I'm going to go use the crapper?
Maybe?
Like, are we getting to that level of where she's mentally thinking that Dunny is? Because it seems like it. She doesn't want to be... To come across... And they're not going to come across that way because they have their 5,000 bathrooms in their house. So their OBX house is on presentation mode.
Everybody agrees, though. Says, okay, fine. But now...
Roll over,
play
baby.
4 in the bed. And my dude...
Squish Squash.
This is Olivia's favorite stinking game.
Oh, you've had to play this before.
She's ever played from Bluey. I think easily.
Sucks to be Greg.
Easily. Homegirl loves 4 in the bed. And it's always it's always the same order too. It is she does it in canonical Bluey order with Mom out first, Bethy out first, followed by Emily, followed by me, with Livy curling up in the blankets.
You can say on this green earth that you've rolled over and fallen out of bed?
Yeah.
Oh,
I definitely play it up more. Beth very much will roll out and then kneel out and then make it. She doesn't beef it like
you
poor
do the
Mom does at first.
You take a wrestling bump. You take a bump.
Yes.
I love it. Oh, that makes. Oh.
I love just. Bingo's therefore in the bed and the little one says, roll over. Rolo. Just the adorable little voice that she has. Livy also puts like a little affectation on her voice when she does it. Poor Mom gets beefed hard by Bandit.
She gets hit. Funk. He pushes like no other and also flops. I think he does a little saving grace when he flops himself.
On top of Mom and Bluey.
That's what I'm saying. But you've done this. I bless your heart. Well done.
They've definitely done this before, too, because Mom goes first so that she can catch Bluey.
Yes.
When Bluey's next. And I've also, I don't do it every time, because I'd get called out for it. And it's like, and the big one says, nah. That's when I get like Livy feet in my side. It's like, no, we're not playing it that way. So, we're doing it the right way.
This is a really cool moment in the episode, too, because you have the Bluey exchange with Mom here, where they talk about whether or not it's better. Or not. And you can tell that it's Chili's comfort zone. Just, I don't like using that phrase. It's just not mine. But in the background, you can hear Bingo and Bandit arguing.
Duking it out.
Like, come on! You fall. He's like, nah. She's like, but you're supposed to fall. Oh!
It's just very, like, Bluey can't put this away, like, the why. She's not getting the why, and she will not let it. It's like, are our rules better? And Mom's like, uh-oh, where am I now? Luckily, she gets smushed by her husband.
Sure, but yeah, it's a tough question. It's technically not better. It's just you want to present yourself in a way that you would be happy that you were presented. So it's if we were out and about, say we were at a wonderful dinner celebrating our 100th episode, and I said, hey, Greg, excuse me, I have to use the crapper. It's not fun. But if you said, excuse me, I do have to use the restroom, it's how you want. It's not better, but I'm not going to say, hey, Greg, crapper time. Flush.
What time is it? It's crapper time.
I'm not going to do that to you because I respect us and I love our 100th episode. It's fantastic.
There is nothing in the world cuter than when Bingo was the one in the little bed, and the little one said goodnight, and just does her little roll up in the blankets, like, tee-hee-hee-hee-hee. Nothing in the world cuter. Stellar. If that doesn't melt your little heart, you won't know what you're doing.
And that's what's great about it is, in the end, so long as everyone's happy, and everyone's in bed, and it's just Bingo. It's fantastic.
But Bluey has one more question. Is our family better than Chloe's family?
Heck! Oh, I don't want to say heck yeah, because you know what? Woo! I watched Octopus last night, and you know what? Chloe's dad's doing his best, and...
That was a tough... No! And then Bingo, just from the corner, it's like, can I still say Dunny in my head? It's like,
that is probably the most philosophical question that you give in this episode, too. I mean, yeah. Can you, though? Do you mean to say Dunny, or do you mean to say...
Oh, Boogerbeans.
Boogerbeans.
Boogerbeans. Indeed. They can say it, just not in front of the Queen, Mike.
Oh, that's right! Dang!
And then we just get the chant, like, Dunny, Dunny, Dunny. And then just the end, just like, if Bluey would have said this at minute 1 of the episode, there wouldn't be an episode at all where it's just not a naughty word. Chloe's not allowed to say naughty. She has to say cheeky. And I was like, well, there you go.
See?
There you go.
The whole time.
Proved, everything happy. Roll them credits, Mike.
Oh, ad hoc ending. I love it. But before I learn some super cool things, I want to hear from some other people quick. So let's see what they got to say.
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, dude.
I got some questions for you.
Please and thank you.
Starting off with, for the 100th time.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. You just gave me...
What's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing in this episode of Dunny is... I have to give it to the argument that happens between Bandit and Bingo while Chili and Bluey are off the bed. Because you can hear them still being like, come on, Big Daddy, roll, get off the bed. And it brought me so much joy. This episode is so just chef's kiss, but that brought me so much happiness. What was your favorite thing today, Greg?
There's one in the bed, and the little one said, good night. Doo-doo. That moment just, again, Livy's easily favorite game to play.
Episode
I don't know if there's
100.
any time. I mean, it's not in every Sunday that all four of us end up upstairs in the bed at the same time.
Sure.
But when it does, that's basically how it ends.
That's awesome.
100% of the times.
So where do we end on favorite character then? How does this land?
It's the mom. Mom put in the legwork. Mom put in the effort this episode. She was trying to explain. She was trying to help her kids out.
She was trying.
Work.
Did she put in the legwork? Bandit put in a lot of legwork of like kids crawling underneath them, and he made a lot of weird faces. So
it was a very mom heavy episode, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed me some mom. So she's my favorite character. Hey, Mike, who's your? I saw pens crossing out, things changing. Was your favorite character changed mid episode? Let's find out.
I'm not gonna say it was changed because there are only 4 characters, but I am gonna change mine. Mine was also Mom, but I'm gonna give it to Bingo today. I think she's just a beacon of smiles, sunshine, happiness that you get in this episode. That is consistent. Her only care is, can I say Dunny? No. All right. Well, I'm gonna have a fun time. And she's like, let's play that game now. Let's play this game now. Let's do this. Like she's living in that moment and just saying, let's do this. So there you go. Have to.
So then how do you rank this adorable and delightful episode?
I rank episode 100 of Bluey one just moment of glee and happiness thinking about you playing the rollover game on a Sunday morning. It brought me so much joy just thinking about it. I was going to say a Squish Squash, but you know what? It's going to be Greg committing to the rollover and doing a full-on flop onto the ground. One of them, just for me, personally. Plop. Greg, is it possible? Can you rank episode 100 of Bluey? How do you rank Joe Brumm's favorite episode, Dunny?
I'll give this 100 Boogerbeans.
Perfect. That's the only way we can do it. That's the only way.
Thank you. Extra thank yous today. 100 episodes. It is an amazing thing, and we couldn't do it without you wonderful, awesome, great, amazing friends.
Greg?
So thank you all out there in the Blueyverse.
I could not do it without you. So you know what?
Aww.
The two of us. Thank you,
Building
us, but thank you,
castles
everybody
in the
else, for
sky.
being the coolest people ever.
Quick fun time plug time.
Always. I have one, actually. Can I start it?
Whoa, what?
19 hours ago here, we have a post on Reddit from a Tap Dewey 9118 that said, been listening to this on the Bluey subreddit, and it was just a photo of our cover art. And I want to say a shout out to that human being saying thank you so much for listening to us. Super shout out to anybody that has commented or followed. We are human beings just like you, and we watch Bluey and go on the subreddits. And you know what? It means so much more than you believe to say, hey, we like your show. So like Greg says, rate, review, subscribe. But honestly, it fills our hearts so much more than you know.
I've got a special one here, too, that I want to plug here, and we're going to actually drop in the audio right about now. Thank you to Agent Quack.
Who
remixed our theme song.
Oh, that's right.
Very recently. We'll put the link of the full video that's on YouTube in the comments, but let's drop in some of that Agent Quack sweet beats.
Thank you.
Greg. Mike. Two Bandits Watching Bluey.
Well done, my friend.
Plug a clock.
Oh man, is that what
Link
it is?
tr.ee/watching Bluey.
That's
merch,
us.
Patreon, socials, TikTok, Cameo, T-Public, all that good stuff.
He says it all in one breath,
Rate,
folks.
review, subscribe.
Please.
We appreciate it. We're so close to 100 reviews.
Dude.
Let's get the rest of the way there. I think we're at like 97 or something. Review us.
97 reviews with 100 episodes?
Look at us go.
We're almost there. That needs to be concrete.
We've got to do that. P.O. Box 2372 Syracuse, New York.
That's us.
13220. Reach out.
Honestly, we had a comment
Appreciate
on
you.
the Reddit thread about somebody that sent us a postcard saying, I wonder if they got it. We totally got it. And I commented on it saying, hey, homie, we did get it. We shout out and love everybody that sends us anything. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Whew.
And
Lastly.
lastly.
What in the world? Surfing magazines.
Important.
Most importantly. I don't know. I have no idea.
if you need a brand new Dunny,
Oh, yeah,
why don't you check out Bathroom Products Are Us? And of course, it's got to be in Geebong. A toilet company, it's got to be in Geebong. Geebong, Australia. At Bathroom Products Are Us, we offer a range of vanities, including modern wall-hung double sinks, floor-standing vanities, toilets, and more to make the most out of even the smallest space. Hey, Mike.
Does it say Dunny at all?
What do you think the most expensive toilet you can buy from Bathroom Products Are Us is?
In Australian dollar bucks?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. I want it to be lavish. I'm going to say over under $1,500 for a toilet.
$1,260.
Holy
for the
crap,
lovely
no pun intended.
Johnson Swiss Solution Crew Clothes Coupled Suite. If you want to get your own Johnson Swiss, go to bathroomproductsrus.com.au.
I love you so much for doing that. That's the best thing ever.
We appreciate you all.
Seriously, more than you know.
It's been fun. We'll be back next week. You know why, Mike?
I have a reason, but you tell me.
Because it's gotta be done.
It's gotta be Dunny, folks!